Good morning, afternoon, or evening, dear yogis here at Yoga TX. My name is Echo. I am so grateful to be here again every Monday or whatever day you're tuning in and to share my practice with you, to share my world, with you. And this is something that's so beautiful about this practice of yoga is that in the search for self-connection, self-acceptance, self-love, that by sharing that and sharing very personal and vulnerable practice, we realize that we're not so unique in our needs and that what it is that we need, so many others need. And so what I need today is grounding. Being on tour right now, teaching throughout Europe, I'm in my lovely friend's temple space in northern Germany, and it's so beautiful, and I have access to these amazing crystal bowls, and I get to share this practice with you today because my body, my mind, my heart are asking for root, for rooting, for digging my hands into the earth, for being close to the ground, for moving slowly and feeling into the root of my body, into the base of my spine, and digging deep into the earth so that I can rise high into the sky. That's the metaphorical way to look at it. But the deeper the roots, the stronger the winds that can blow us. And from being a nomad and moving so often, I really love just being in one place and having a routine. And my yoga practice is that for me on the road, that and running and music. And so I share with you today that theme of how do you stay grounded? How do you dig your roots in, whether you're in the same space that you've been in for many years of your life or whether you're nomadic? Are you grounded? Because even if you're motionless, it doesn't mean that you're grounded. So even if you're in a routine and you're doing the same thing each day, it might not mean that you're centered or grounded. But we can do our practice. And we can connect with that root by tuning into what it is that makes us feel safe. So I invite you to close your eyes and to take some deep breaths in and out of the nostrils. To relax the muscles in the forehead and the jaw, the shoulders really descending into the body. And each day we have an opportunity, whether we begin our day with yoga or end it, to use this time to ask ourselves questions like, do I feel safe? How do I feel safe? Do I feel a part of? Am I a part of? Do I feel loved? Because I am loved. And just listening to the tone, the resonance here of the root. And letting the body settle deeper and deeper. Letting the mind settle deeper. And as we ascend into presence, we descend into the body, into the root. And together, collectively, we will make the sound of Om together. So let's take a cleansing breath first, inhaling and sighing out of the mouth. Inhale to prepare and begin. Let's take an inhale, lift the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center, thumb pressing lightly into sternum. Take a moment to bring an intention to your practice. May I know that I am safe in this moment. May I know that I am loved in this moment. May I know that I am here in this moment. May I know that I'm home. Let's go ahead and open the eyes. And we are going to start standing, ironically enough, for the root day. So we're going to stand at the top of the yoga mat. And really press the feet in. So I encourage you to lift the toes first, press the feet into the earth. I like to look at my feet and just give a little gratitude for these odd looking platforms that carry me around the world. Arms alongside the body, palms looking forward. And no matter what your viewpoint is, and really just taking in some gratitude for your environment. Something that came through to me in a dream a few months ago was there's nothing that you can do anywhere else that you can't do right here. So for me, my landscapes change very often, which might look really fantastical, but it can also be very alienating and alone at times. So being grateful with where you're at right now, knowing that anything that you need, love, acceptance, joy, play, it's right here in this moment, wherever you tune in from. Let's take an inhale, lift the arms up, reach up. And exhale, bow down. Inhale, sink the hips and let the arms just kind of come into a little T-Rex movement. And then exhale, press up. So this is a bit of a Qigong movement. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, bow down. We're going to go nice and slow, lengthening through the back line and the front line. Inhale, bend the knees, sink into that T-Rex seat or into your throne. Exhale, press up. We'll call it our throne. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bow down. Inhale, bend the knees, sink the hips. Exhale, press up. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bow. Inhale. And exhale. Relax the body. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, bend the knees. And exhale, press up. Pause here. Let's get a little shake to the hands, a little shake to the body. And nothing too dynamic at first. We're just like letting the ball and socket joints get a little bit of fluidity, synovial fluid in the joints. Can wiggle the hips in a little circle. Whatever you're doing, let it feel good, but it doesn't need to look pretty. It can be a little weird. Sometimes it feels nice to push the pubic bone forward, so this helps the root just to move any energy here. You can let out a bit of sighs or natural noise. And a little bit more dynamic in your movement. Shake the hands. And come into stillness, grounding down through the feet. And just notice what it feels like just to tune back into that stillness. Really press into the earth through the feet. Slight lifting of the kneecaps through the thighs. Let's take an inhale, lengthen up. And exhale, bow down. Take an inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, plant the hands and step back to a plank position. So top of a push-up, press the palms in, slight rounding of the upper back, engage the core. Breathe deeply through the nostrils. Nice and strong. Stay present, a few more breaths. In and out of the nose. And press the hips back and up, downward facing dog. And so let the heels sink down to the earth, palms into the earth. Get nice and long through the back line of the body. Let the neck grow long. Can even shake the neck yes to no for a moment. Let's take an inhale. Step the left foot to the outside of the left hand. Sink the hips way down to floating, so the right knee is floating just above the ground. And you're going to just draw little circles. You might come onto the outer blade of the left foot, opening the left knee up a bit more. And sink the right knee down. Bring the hands a little bit more forward. Bend the right knee and reach back with the left hand. Open the chest towards the left side. Looking towards the left and back a bit. And we're getting into that right quadricep. Really stay strong through the right hand. Stay lifted. And set the right foot down. We're going to bring that left foot right behind the right hand and come into pigeon pose. So left knee is bent. The closer your left heel is to your groin, the more accessible this posture is. The left shin parallel with the front of the mat makes this a bit more challenging. If your left hip is falling off to the side, bring a block or a pillow or some dirty laundry beneath it. And come down to the forearms. Something I like to do is I make a little fist and I bring my forehead down to the fist. If it's hard for you to come down low, you might want to grab a couch cushion. Getting into that left hip, left glute. And slowly come back up. Let's tuck the back toes under, press back, downward facing dog. Step the right foot forward to the outside of the right hand. Get nice and long through that left leg. Dip the left knee down so we get a stretch into the hips and make little circles. Set the left knee down, bring the hands a little bit more forward, bend the left knee, and reach back with the right hand, pull the left foot in. Nice and open through the chest, look back over the right shoulder, stay strong in the left palm. Let go of that left foot and bring the right foot behind the left wrist. Set the right knee down, lengthen the left leg back, and slowly fold down. You can make your little fist pillow once again. Very slowly peeling up and swing the left foot forward. I'm going to come to sitting upright and we're going to just do some little fists here on the belly, underneath the belly, down to the space just above the genitals, very light tapping. And just imagine that energy being sunk into the earth. So any tension that you might have in this area, little taps, releasing tension. Now maybe the inner thighs, upper thighs, maybe even the calves. And come into stillness. Nice and long through the spine. You can bring your hand right beneath the belly button, holding onto the belly. Deep breaths in and out of the nostrils. Let's take an inhale, stretch the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale up. And exhale to the heart. Let's come into tabletop position. Our short practice today. Sink the hips back towards the heels, forehead to the earth. We come into that child's pose. Hips heavy to the earth, heart towards the ground, opening up through the hips. And in this position, we humble ourselves to the ride of the human experience. So when we're feeling ungrounded, bringing ourselves closer to the earth, listening to our breath, slowing down, taking time to appreciate the vast spectrum of what we feel. So much to feel. And tuning in and asking ourselves, am I grounded? Or am I stagnant? They're very different. I leave you here in child's pose. You can stretch out into Shavasana if that feels good for you. Come back to this practice anytime that you need deeper grounded nature, and you can find me in all the places. Our Echo on Instagram, SoundCloud, Insight for more free meditations and yoga, and on my YouTube channel as well. And if you would like to work together or go deeper, echoflowyoga.com for my programs and retreats. And until next time, enjoy yourself.